Hello. This is Edgar Carrix. Today I had a bright idea of recording my lint pulse. I also want to play this event as a recording at some point, but I'm just testing out basically playing Girls Frontline with commentary. Last time was just random playing, and this time it's going to be a bit more gacha rolls, and I guess a bit more what was it? I guess dailies. Although I already cleared some. Anyway, Girls Frontline, huh? Anyone else play that game here? I assume so. Probably won't be on this video if you haven't. Or maybe you are curious and wanted to watch it. Anyway, let's get recruitment. Here is Lind. She's a corrosion shotgun gun girl doll. I saved up some tickets. I saved up some of the cube stuff. So let's give it a whirl. So I hope my expression changing works. Might need to also I didn't set it up so that it doesn't cut off the music by alt tabbing. Okay, expression changing has to be done manually, which is unfortunate, but that's how it's been since I don't have a stream deck or whatever. Ah well, no problem. Anyway, sorry to make you wait, mailing. Let's go see what the chopper got us. Guns. It's just guns. Could be just guns. Alright. Let's do it. Where do I go one by one? Let's do one. It's... oh, okay. The blue gun that the Lind uses. Blue version of it. Another one. Oh. CBG. Anyway, if anyone has some suggestions or like rituals for pulling, maybe I should get a lollipop. I got one in my house from Halloween. Alright. Got some Chupa Chups. Okay, looks like another Carolic. Except I think she's all level up, but maybe not. And I got some babushka gun. Nagant. Here we go. Guys. Wonder what it is this time.
Page そよ吹く山風、伸長する。
Aha. It's Nemesis. Forgot her name for a second. Lamar. Haven't been using her much outside of the main story stages. So I'm trying to clear those with the canon team of Groza, Krolik, and I guess Groza would be the more Russian way of saying it. Krolik, Kolfny. Kolfny? How the fuck do I pronounce it? Kolfen is what they say in Japanese. And last but not least, Nemesis. Although Wepley might be in the main Elmo team as well at some point. We'll reach to the part of the story where she gets introduced. Alright, so blue, all blue, one purple, yeah, I can switch them. Okay, a yellow. Let's see who it is and whether I'm gonna be having to save up again. Okay. Oh yeah. More of this. Okay. It's it's awesome. I'm not complaining, but it is like my main damage dealer for electric team. But not who I was expecting. Oh well. I guess I'll save currency and pull for her later in the event. Although, to be honest, I don't really like must have Link on release. I'm sure she'll get rerun and I'll have like more options. Like the debuffs are pretty sweet though. From what I gather, like she can debuff very well. Also missed out on Niketa last time. Guess I can switch from this. Maybe make my Tololo stronger then. Anyway, that was well, kind of sad, but you know, luck. That's how it be. But enough of that. Let's get to some playing, I guess. I'm been recording for about 9 minutes. We are going to be, I'm thinking, maybe play a few chapters of this Turbulent Undercurrents event. So, might also need to change some settings around. Graphics, no. Other. Login character, voice line. I usually keep my ultimate skill animation to once per day, but I'll put it to don't skip so that I show off the animations all the time. Maybe I can strengthen my Kyongju. Though maybe I didn't pronounce her name correctly just now. So, I'm happy to say that my Mosin is super powered now. The last thing I have to request of Mika right now is when can I oath oath this lady, you know? I already got one oath to buy. Maybe I'll keep it at one. Who knows? Damn. Wakey wakey. Get your presents. Okay, I'll go to sleep. Okay. We are...
指揮官、いいところに来てくれましたね。
We're going to be playing the event, but I'm just deciding on... I guess I powered up my Mosin. And I need to check... I guess I can improve my total though at some point. But yeah, I guess it's just dailies. Are all the dolls on the Yama monsters? 2 dolls, 76. That's good. Okay. Let's do our regular commissions. Don't want to play boundary push at the moment. There's been a new face clash thing since I last recorded Girls Frontline, and this is good for farming the new system of power-ups, the epiphyllums, power-up stuff, collapse pieces. No. Yeah, I gotta grab my dispatch stuff. Target is 30. Okay. This always happens. Keep running out of storage. That's been my experience since Girls Frontline 1, where I keep overflowing with spare spare dolls in that one, but here it's weapon attachments. And I think I spent a fair amount of crystals just to extend my capacity of how many characters we can have. Got these little things I gotta do. Ooh, Flushy Tolina. She is scared. Such an interesting so you got a new one. Haha. We are gotta be doing all of our duties, but I gotta spend the activity stuff on what is it called? Intelligence puzzles. Stamina. There it is. Oh, this is fairly late, so I think I might not play too much at the moment because I don't wanna be a zombie in the morning. I guess I still have a chance, but maybe I'll try getting Niketa instead. Okay, this was want me to put on support. Well, for some reason the game thinks puto like banning some word that's from a different language. I did my platoon thingy before recording. Parabellum. Okay, get those logins. Let's do the Niketa trial, which I already know how she works, but perhaps I can try to get her instead. Dobra. Alright, dude. Was this POV necessary? Of course it was. It's Mika CEO. Think of the sales. Man, I love the thing too. She's so useful as a healer in here. It's like pretty good as a character too. I think I never managed to get her in the first game, which is why I only post 2 dolls in there. And 3. Select one enemy target dealing Hydro. Something about the guild status. Employ the doggo. Okay, let's do that. Damn. Так, я забыл. Forgot. She's not the Sabrina I have, who can do something else after doing the ult. But oh well. Let's see the animation. I guess if I get tired of watching them, I'll set it back to only once a day, but I guess I'm showing off for the viewers. Showing off the game. Nikita trial, but Springfield dealt most damage. Anyway, why are they? Should keep my voice down because a bunch of people are sleeping. This one's cute. Feeding the gulls. I guess it's time to try my hand at voice acting, huh? Thank God for access keys. I'm too lazy to do the other stages right now, so just do the first stage clear. Story. Let's get started. I might need some water right now. So, BRB while loading. I'll get some water. Oh shit, I forgot I'm recording. Okay, attempt to try voicing them. Okay, start reading. In the green zone, on the outskirts of the satellite city, KYI-09, a light mist hangs over the mansion district. Frostfall Squad is performing a battlefield cleanup under Genji's supervision. The tactical boots crunch and mechanical parts scattered in the grass below. Cheetah. Wow, this place is huge, and it's got a swimming pool too. No wonder they had to buy so many guard robots. Is everyone living in the mansion district this rich? It doesn't matter how rich they are. It's not like we'll end up making the same kind of money. I finally got the security assignment after so long. In the end, just facing a bunch of domestic rabbits. Could have cleared them all out by myself. Lind. Cheetah, don't complain. Kiranju opens her day planner and checks each item and number in it line by line. There's 10 minutes until the mission deadline. Looks like our tactical planning still has room for improvement. I don't know if my tuber face is actually actually has fits, but you know, it's just a reminder that I have a VTuber PNG. Somehow. I am leaving it here, but I gotta get used to. Oh my god, the mouth. Used to having this on screen, I guess. So if something's being covered up by it, I wouldn't know. Give me a sit rep on your respective areas, starting from Tololo. Roger. 6 mechanical units eliminated in Area A. Motive core fragment clearance complete. Area B is all cleared up. It was easy since this genius was around. Area C is fine, of course. That Griffin really has been reduced to doing yard work for rich people now. He's like providing after-sales service or something. It's true that this wasn't explicitly requested in our contract, but since our mission takes place in the residential area, it would make sense that we will handle cleanup duties here. In addition, I believe that attention to details like this demonstrates our commitment to providing good service, which will affect our future clients' willingness to hire us. Well, I hope our employers will appreciate your attention to detail, leader. Now to keep our numbers from being so dismal. I know, right? Seeing as how we perform so well and so efficiently and even have a genius like me backing everyone up, not hiring us is their loss. If you count not being blown up by those little explosive gadgets of yours as a loss, and they're definitely winning big. What are you talking about? It was only 1 or 2 times, I mean, a few times at most. Looks like I found the reason why people are hiring us less often, leader. Cheetah. Oh, don't listen to Lind. She doesn't know what she's talking about. My inventions are fairly reliable under most circumstances. Let me take a sip of my tea. Annoyed, Cheetah spreads her arms in protest. Sunlight streams from behind them and reflects faintly off something on the lawn with a golden gleam. Tololo pauses as she spots the reflection. Tololo, what's wrong? There's something in the grass. She bends down and retrieves an ID card from under the wreckage of a robot. Oh, the music stops. Oh, it's just been resetting the track, I guess. It's an intricately made card that reflects glints of golden light. The cigarette-like patterns on it move slowly as she turns it. If I'm not wrong, judging by how it feels this should be? Don't touch that cheetah. You don't know where it's been. Oh, relax, leader. It was just a little experiment. Not going to break it or anything. Look. Cheetah leans out from behind Tololo and experimentally pokes the card with her combat knife. Its edge mixes the honeycomb patterns on the card, but then they slowly return to their original shape. The patterns, they fix themselves. How's that? Cool stuff, huh? This material is called liquid phase shape memory, I love it. Or liquid polyalloy for short. The Gerard group just announced their patent on it recently. It might look small, but you could buy that 10 T-doll frames for the price of this much material. You'll be set for a long time with this. I think the valuable part of it isn't the materials that went into making it, but the technology. Still, isn't this the property of the client? It's not like we are authorized to dispose of it, right? That might not be the case. We found it under this toaster, so maybe even the client doesn't know anything about it. Also, leaving valuable stuff like this lying around would make us look really unprofessional. In any case, we should be able to bring it back with us, right, leader? As a professional PMC, our focus should be on building long-term relationships and trust with the client as opposed to coveting short-term financial gain. However, it is true that taking care of valuable goods would count as a value-added service. And as it turns out, it's almost time. Beep beep. I already did the sound effect for that. Queen Joe turns away and dials the familiar number. Miss Hellion, this is Queen Joe. Queen Joe? I don't know how to say it. Permission requirements. Frostfall Squad has eliminated the rogue security robots, and we have also finished recovering their motive core fragments. I think the client should be able to move in without worries now. The sound of rifling paper comes over the transmission channel. Rifling, like ruffling it around, or like Hellion's tone seems a lot more crestfallen than usual. Understood. Also, we have recovered an ID card on the premises. Its function is unknown. Since the card is quite valuable, should we hold on to it for the time being before handing it over to the client? Yes, that would be a good way to handle the situation. Damn, Alien looks very good. Or is it got a glow up or something? At least I like how she doesn't stick to that monocle. Don't you? I have a full faith in your decisions because you always take all the relevant factors into consideration. That's true. I've only seen her in that one side story text thing where Frostfall Squad takes part in the gaming tournament in between the missions. It was a fun read. I've also seen the efforts you and Frostfall Squad have made for Griffin. Thank you for all your hard work. You should consider this upcoming period to be a vacation of sorts. A vacation? So you're saying that our upcoming commissions? The sound of pages flipping comes to a halt, and Hellion sighs quietly. Just then, an exclamation from Cheetah drowns out her reply. Leader, this is bad. Those Tinkans are getting back up again. G&L Beta. Protocol activated. System rebooting. Target identification module. Loading successful. Executing attack order. Miss Hellion, the situation has changed. The rogue robots have reactivated and we need to deal with them ASAP. But if you do that, this commission might prioritize keeping your girls safe. If need be, you are authorized to take any and all means needed to resolve the situation. Understood. After ending transmission, Queen Zhu fires off orders to Frostfall Squad. She and Tolo move up mid-B and suppress them. Lind, focus your fire and eliminate the nearby targets. Remember, short control bursts only. Make sure we thoroughly destroy those robots this time. Move out. Interesting. If Gerard's group is involved, then yeah. Anyway, I wanted to try the missions with a Cannon Frostfall Squad, but didn't get Lind, so let's just get everyone up. Yeah, Cannon. Go on you, Queen Zhu. What else can we get here? Tololo, of course, but I don't know if her... She's like not very powerful at the moment because I didn't really put much into leveling her up on this account. Yeah, sure, Macchiato can come along. I haven't given her a mission in a while. Hey, hey. Anyway, my Dark Winter account got my total a little bit stronger, but I kind of gave up on the account after not logging in for a few months. So I guess I'll come back to it if I feel like doing more for the form the sentence. Give me a second. Do a little more for the platoon I kind of was helping out at the time. Wonder if they kicked me out of that platoon for not showing up for more than a month. Like more than 3 months, I guess. I guess maybe if they are keeping to the word of the description, they will have kicked me out, but who knows. It doesn't really matter. Like, if I don't have time to play, I don't have time to play. Also, don't have Walter's Macchiato's gun, so she's using one of Mossen's with a skin over it. So yeah, I wonder how this gun actually fits into her violin case. Yeah, it's the 3 line, but looking a bit different, I'm guessing. Oh no, actually, it doesn't have a skin equipped. Maybe go get the high ground. Hehehe. Flame Spotlight goes, go. Although in this skin she just says so. I guess it's also a knife, but it looks like a magic bolt right now. But yeah, so simple so far because it's not a challenge mission. Bam! As the final gunshot rings out, the last of the defense robots blows up, collapsing into a pile of junked parts. Lind puts her gun away with practiced ease and unwraps a lollipop before rubbing her arm, which was grazed by shrapnel. I can't believe I actually got hit by something like this. Pisses me off. Say, I noticed a while back, but you seem really sensitive to pain, Lind. Why don't you turn it off in combat? You guys masochist or something? My frame moves slowly when my glucose levels are low, so it's perfectly natural to use pain to boost my reaction times. Is she like glucose reliant? I don't really know much about Lind in GFL1. I don't think she was in the main events, but the fandom jokes about her being a addict. Kind of weird, TBH, but maybe the doll being too reliant on sugar is a thing in this world. But yeah, let's see. Lind turns aside in a somewhat unnatural way. More importantly, you should be worrying about these robots, right? Why did they flip out all of a sudden? They were making noises which sounded like commands before they started back up. Seems the outburst was triggered at the programming level. But we shut up their motive cores, didn't we? It's like cutting their power off. There's no way they could start up again, right? Unless their cores could self-repair. Ah. 4 of them seem to realize something at the same time. This is a polyalloy. In other words, it was made by Gerard. Tololo wades into the robot's wreckage and begins digging around inside it. Frame code previously reads GNL Beta. This isn't a model that they're selling in the open market. Don't see anything like it in their product catalog either. Looks like this frame model isn't on one of that's commercially available. So, does that mean some kind of fancy toy those rich people got through their internal connections? That's possible. And it's also perfectly reasonable that these beta models, which aren't publicly available, would have bugs in their programming. And that's not even getting into the fact that they're from the Gerard group. Are you talking about what happened on Miss Kalina's side some time back? Yes, the ripples from the robot uprising in Odessa spread far and wide. Gerard's been paying out huge amounts in penalty fees and compensation. Their stock price has also plummeted. Factor in Rurik's departure in a plane crash and group having to appoint a new CEO, I'm sure even that the Gerard brass must be terrified right about now. There have been multiple reports of robots going berserk this month already, and there's a speculation that it's linked to their broken supply chains and chaotic internal management. 3 reports, 4 if you count ours. Tololo presses a button on her communications terminal, and a holographic projection of a starry sky springs into existence. She taps on the touchscreen and it is replaced by a clip from a news broadcast. Green Zone Child. Can they do a Green Zone Child voice? Papa, Mama, my eyes hurt. The camera pans to the child, their eyes redden from the thick smoke spewing from the kindergarten that was destroyed by haywire robots. The ruined remains of a wall are visible in the corner of the frame, covered in scattered bullet holes. A neatly dressed Gerard Group spokesperson stands in front of the devastation, addressing the reporter. Yakov. You see. I am the representative of Gerard's Group R&D Division, Yakov Holtz. On behalf of the Gerard Group, I would like to extend my sincerest apologies to the people affected by this incident and their families. After preliminary investigation, we have found that the robots were affected by an unknown virus shortly before the event berserk. Currently, there is ample evidence to indicate that this was a malicious, deliberate act of destruction targeting the Gerard Group. As such, I wish to make our position clear to the world. We will be investigating this incident with all the resources at our disposal, and we will not give the culprits any opportunities to cause further mayhem. There is no need to worry. The Gerard Group has always made user safety our #1 priority. We will be holding another press conference later on to address how we intend to handle the situation. Tololo ignores the spokesman bloviation and shuts off the clip. Bloviation, that's a word I need to pull out a dictionary for. Some of the translations with Girls Frontline tend to rely on using like what's it, very obscure words, and I'm always happy to pull out a dictionary on their behalf, but my phone's not next to me, so I'll check out the meaning of that word later. But I guess it's like calling him he's blowing some hot air or some shit. Anyway, I heard a whole lot of excuses, but nothing in the way of actually compensating people. Should they blame the previous incident on a technical loophole or something? Now they're saying it's an external attack. They're just trying to wash their hands of everything, aren't they? But if someone really did infect those robots with the virus, there would probably be more victims. Leader, should we continue looking into this commission? After thinking for a bit, Queen Joe shakes her head. We don't have much ammo left, and getting further involved wouldn't be wise. Also, Kyonju's voice trails off. However, the look on her face tells the rest of her team what she couldn't bring herself to say. Because they all know they don't have the mighty griffin from before back in the map now. Ever since the war ended, the demand for PMCs from various factions in the civilian sector has drastically declined. In addition, Griffin was forced to restructure in size. All the clients who had formed stable partnerships with Griffin in the past have ended their cooperation with Griffin in one way or another. Though Frostfall's efforts have secured a few permanent customers, there are times like these when there is no business to be had. Without their beloved commander and many of those who were once their colleagues, the things they can do now are very limited indeed. Frostfall understands this point very well. Even so, while they might have chosen to walk different paths, at least everyone is still alive and they all still have their shared memories. At the very least, when the commander finally gets tired of wandering the yellow zone, he will still have a place that can be called home. For that reason alone, they would do their best to keep Griffin going. Still, there are times when they must face the limitations of their circumstances and accept the knowledge of their powerlessness that accompanies this realization. After sensing the dejection among her teams, Quenju softens her voice a little. We'll make a note of the potential risks in our debriefing. Even if we can't do anything about it now, I'm sure it'll be useful in the future. It's not like there is nothing that can be done, right? This whole squad heads back to their vehicle. Lind lagged behind, connecting her data board to one of the robots and downloading some of the data to herself. Ooh, risky move, Lind, risky move. Oh. Well, I don't know how it might help. Let's just make a copy of it for now. Help. Help me! Anyway, what time is it? I really shouldn't be staying until 4 AM. It's unfortunate, but I think I need a better room for my recordings. I like move my main computer into a personal room, because normally the place I sit at has like loads of sound all the time around with other people in the same room kind of deal. I know a lot of familiars in my area, living room area, let's call it that. The Dimension Library, if we're going by lore. Even though I'd like to pretend that the lore isn't as important, but I do like my character background lore. Okay, so we are probably watching this, no, reading this, then I'll do up to this part in some other video, then up to more later. So I'll try to be consistent with my recordings, but no promises since I tend to be busy already. Inside the meeting room of Griffin's main building in the Green Zone, late at night, Frostfall Squad is conducting their usual after-action review. It's bedtime already? Why are we still having a meeting now? Already trying to slack off? Leader usually works through the entire night on overtime, you know? Well, Lind, that's not a healthy habit, even for an adult to have. Then this will be all for the day. Awesome, I'll be off now. Please bring me their be seat. Hang on. Before she can hop out of her seat, she feels confused hand pushing her back down. We're done with the AAR. What's that? After action report? But there are other things that we need to talk about. Saying so, Quinchu flicks Dololo's hairband and brings her mind back from gazing at the stars twinkling outside. Hairband, eh? Well, I believe in avoiding unnecessary overtime. There are some things regarding Frostfall Squad's future development that merit discussion. Have a look at this. Quinchu's fingers fly across her terminal. The screen displays a spreadsheet checkered in red and green. Is this a record of our squad's finances? Yes, so the green cells represent our income from the past month, and red cells show our expenses. That's weird, we got a lot of jobs last month, didn't we? How come there are so many red cells? The most common type of expense is liability compensation? Oh, cheetah. Exploded something again, didn't you? Mission number RD04003045. The client's mansion was damaged in the squad's explosion to the extent that it deformed the data, forced them to climb through a window to get home. The compensation was 4 times the payment we received. Mission number RD04010072. The client's car window was shattered by gunfire from the squad, leading to the client's right arm being gashed by glass fragments. The compensation was 3 times the payment received. Mission number RD04011748. 4 or 5. The clients demanded double the value of furniture destroyed by an explosion created by the squad. The compensation was 5 times the payment received. Looking at this, it seems that certain genius of ours featured heavily in all of these incidents. Am I wrong? What? You've got some nerve pointing fingers at me, Lind. Half of those incidents were caused by you and your lack of trigger discipline, leading to stuff getting shut up. Discipline? Sorry. I'll deal with the two of you later. Later. In any case, Griffin's financial situation will be in the red next month, which means our living expenses will have to be cut too. Then our candy budget? 0. Cheetah and Lynn both exclaim in shock. Oh, the candy lovers are gonna rebel. Seriously? Normally we'd still be able to handle a situation like this, but we haven't had that many commissions to begin with this month. And all our remaining commissions have been put on hold too. Therefore we need to find a way to salvage our financial situation before it gets worse. What if you saw this genius's inventions? Cheetah's inventions are all original and genuine. Those rich folks in White Zone will be falling over themselves to buy them up, I guarantee you. Why would those wealthy people want to buy them? Are they tired of living, perhaps? Indeed, the safety of those products is a concern. Proposal denied. Eh? Perhaps we could try taking on some personal commissions? The legality and safety of those commissions are questionable and cannot be verified. Proposal denied. Now that you mention it, don't we have big assets gathering dust in the logistics department? You know those helicopters, the big tugboat, and all that other crap? Well, emissions now don't call for that stuff, so can't we sell them off or something? Those assets are essential for emergency situations and cannot be casually discarded. Proposal denied. This doesn't work, that doesn't work. Isn't there anything here we can sell for some quick cash? Oh yeah. What about that ID card we picked up earlier today? Miss Hellion discussed it with our client, who refused to claim it and said Griffin can dispose of it as we see fit. Oh, that's good, they can at least get some money for that, but there might be some crazy story behind that ID card knowing Gerard's group's shenanigans. Whew. Sounds great. Let's sell it off to that underground broker then. Didn't Cheetah say it was super valuable? That means we ought to be able to hold out for a good long time if we do. Proposal denied. You're even going to deny that too? Well, do we have the addresses for any underground brokers in the Griffin systems? No, I mean, don't even have any fixed premises or anything. What kind of information would we possibly have on them? And can we use public trade platforms to work out this deal? If such avenues were available to them, they wouldn't be underground brokers. In other words, it's too risky. Proposal denied. Strangely looks around at her teammates, who all seem a little out of it. She feels her head beginning to ache. T-dolls can feel headaches as well. Dun, dun, dun. But she's already expected that finding a solution would be difficult. She wasn't expecting them to not make any progress at all. First of all, squads are always too poorly defined. They take on any kind of assignment, but that also makes it harder for clients to choose us over our peers, who have more specialized skill sets. It seems just focusing on service details isn't enough. Conjure sighs quietly and gives up and continues the discussion. We'll end today's meeting here then. I'll go talk to Miss Hellion again and see what other assets we have available to us. Dismissed. Half an hour later. Someone stalks the quiet corridor, frazzled from a lack of sleep. It's not like I don't understand where the leader is coming from. She's being a bit too cautious, isn't she? Groza's squad and 404 are already helping the commander, while Leva and the others are helping Kalina too. Meanwhile, we're stuck treading water in the green zone, all covered up into a ball and trying to think of how to make a living. It really pisses me off. In any case, let's grab the ID card while Leader and Miss Hellion are talking. Sneaky Lynn with her sneaking around again. After making up her mind, Lynn opens the door to Hellion's office. However, the scene depicted in her visual modules comes as a bit of a surprise. Is someone there? The moonlight shines through the window and illuminates the corner of Hellion's desk. A very suspicious-looking character is there, rummaging around like they're looking for something. Huh? After confirming that the object bobbing around on the Fuse's head is a beret, Lynn breathes a sigh of relief. She too. She silently circles around behind the burglar and slaps her in the back. Oi, Cheetah! Aye. The sudden smack startles Cheetah so badly that she curls up into a fetal position, grabs her head, the fetal position. Caretaker, I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to come here and steal stuff. Please give me a chance to turn over a new... Quiet, you. It's not Miss Hellion, it's me. Huh? Cheetah looks back and giggles at Lind. Oh, so it was you, Lind. Scared the hell out of me. What are you doing here? I'm pretty sure you already know. Same thing as you, girl. Oh, so you had the same idea as me, namely to sell off the ID card, am I right? Congratulations on arriving at the same conclusion as this genius's brain. Wasn't I the one who suggested that? Also, if you're searching for the ID card, you should be looking over there, right? Lynn points to the code-locked safe behind the door. But when did the caretaker's caretaker move it there? Who cares? The important thing is that our genius can finally be put to use. You should have something that can open safes, right? Show me what it can do. Of course I do. Of course I do. It's just a safe. I can open it in just 3 seconds. Cheetah produces one locker from her pocket and connects it to the safe. 3, 2, 1. Click. As the bolt slides back, the two of them open the safe door. The gleaming ID card lies quietly inside it. Heh, how was that? You know all of this some genius's invention? Isn't it amazing? Yeah, it is. Lynn nods, then slips the card into a waistband pocket before heading out the door, leaving Cheetah staring dumbfoundedly at where the card used to be. Huh? Walking off just like that is really rude, you know? Aren't you going to discuss your next move with this genius? Also, shouldn't you show some respect? I mean, I'm the one who opened the lock, you know? Hey, are you pretending not to hear me? You should be singing praises of my genius. Shh. Lynn raises a finger and signals to Cheetah to shush. Then she beckons her, indicating that Cheetah should follow. Well, we're the ones who caused most of the trouble anyway, so we might as well go settle it together. Settle what? The money problem. The whole point of getting this was sell it for money, right? I know an underground broker, and he just so happens to be at one of his old hangouts today. Come with me. Oh, she knows underground brokers, huh? Interesting. Well. It's a nice event so far, but holy shit, it's almost 4. Let us do some. I wonder if I should do some more rolls for Lind or wait up and get more currency. I mean, I get distracted by this stupid red indicator that I don't know how to take it away. I will do a couple more rolls and see if I can get Lind. If not, then not too bad of an outcome, because I'm sure I can get a 50 rolls in this patch somehow. Oh, what's that? It's a yellow? Let's see. Very exciting. That's pretty lucky. Is the recording buff real? Oh, another Kralik. Hi there. Хорошо. Круто. Ломал. Another one. Seen the animation already.
自己紹介はだるいからなし。名前？リンドでいい。
Yes, we got her. Let's fucking go. Now I can spend the rest of my stuff to getting the shotgun. Seems like she seems like she wants to be in the team after all. Like I rarely get that kind of luck when I just get the other one and the one I want to get shows up right after. Okay, a doll with a pretty exterior but has a sensitive soul. She often ends up forcing herself to do things she's poor at and hating herself as a result. She enjoys listening to late-night radio channels and gets extremely irritable if she doesn't replenish her sugar levels in time. She hates violence, but considers weapons to be civilized and effective problem-solving tools. So using a gun doesn't fall under the definition. Consuming too much sugar Consuming too much sugar will make me malfunction. But I'll scrap myself on the spot if I don't get any right now, so I guess I should have some. Want some Katuka, man? the little quote. So she's very sugar reliant. Those are like her power-ups, I guess. Sort of like energy drinks for what's her name? Sleepo Bifo. Mishti. If you go with Russian pronunciation, it's Mishti, meaning dreams or some shit, but for real in Russian, dreams are snovidения, not мечты, which is like dreams in aspirations kind of sense. So I only have 6 dolls, 5 dolls for it. on Elmo, on my Elmo. Wonder if I can get a dispatch. Could be a cool idea. Very intense problem solving right there. Stylish. Stylish. Waifu 416. Anyway, I am I'm going to give this a 10 roll and then go to sleep. Hell yeah, got a purple. Maybe I'll abstain from rolling the yellow or actually bother with it, but you know how it is. If I don't get the right one, it's gonna be kaput for my collapse pieces. I'm so happy though. Let's try auto, see what it suggests. Okay, seems like I got too many double slash achievements and not enough corrosion boost. Actually, do have some crit rate, health boost, attack boost, health boost. Let's do the crit rate one. Change. And for this one, attack health defense, attack health, attack health. And what the hell, I do have corrosion boost. I think this auto quick equip thing doesn't really consider what I want. It just suggests the most buffed up thing. Like universal case use, I guess. Attack, crit rate, defense boost. And this one is what's the boost? Attack, crit rate, health, defense. Maybe give a crit damage one. Crit damage, attack, defense, health, attack, crit rate, crit. Okay, that's good. I'll level them up later. Let's see. Actually, let us apply the actual look of the gun. Yeah, she doesn't have a holographic sight normally. Yeah. Whatever that is. I wonder what the gun's passive is. Damage increase against enemy targets for corrosion debuffs. Very helpful. Okay. The pirouettes.
何を期待してんの？
My order is not leveled up,
私
unfortunately.
ってまあまあ強いよ。
Oh man. For the time. Well, it's Friday night, well, Saturday morning, so... And I'm out of the experience level up.
ちょっと指揮官
When I started off playing with having her in this outfit, but then I was like, you know what, like her classic one is pretty good, because it just feels weird seeing her win animation without the shield, just doing it to empty air. Like the sparks are like appearing out of nowhere kind of thing.
今日の雲は不思議な形をしていますね。糖質補給する？
It does enhance the gun. Also not quite there, but it's, what does hormone specialization mean in that case? Only Mika knows. Well, that's useful. Assault spray or the active skill overwhelming burst. It gains extra movement after using those. I think I'll go with a barrier for the first node. And then I will think of what to get next, but I don't have any info cores on me at the moment anymore. Attacking enemy units with debuffs, base damage dealt is increased by 10%. That's great. But I have some way to go before I can equip that. Kulaka is... universal key is recommended. But maybe she can use her own. I can get Lynn the welcome gift, I guess. I'm so happy. Let's give you a VR set. I'm kind of curious to check out the other animations, even though that might extend my video by like 5 minutes. But let's do it for Lint. Let's check it out. So I don't know if 416 would approve. Tuning the stations. Wow, okay. Capybara. I love capybaras too. Girl after my heart, surely. But, you know, gotta stay loyal. Unless, unless Clark is cool with it, Ilma. Probably, definitely not. Oh. Pistol doing the poison damage. That's nice. What's the third dart? Ah. Ilma. Nice target practice. And I'm back to sleeping Groza. Guess I can mark this. Slow motion. Give me you reading something or okay, let's look away from the leg a bit. Yeah, I definitely need glasses to read that. Lorem ipsum probably. Read a book, read a book, read a book. Yeah, very cute. Well, that was Girls Frontline 2 Turbulent Undercurrents. And I'm happy I managed to get Lind with what I got saved up. See you guys in the next one, I guess. But I'll probably get back to some other game in the meantime at some point, but not today, not today. Today I go sleep. Hope you guys enjoyed it. I'll go have a rest. Bye bye.